What's going on, guys? I'm back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And in today's video, I am in here for my TNA Genesis 2013 pay-per-view review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I am going to get right into it with my thoughts and opinions on what happened with TNA Genesis 2013. And we kick things off officially for the TNA Tag Team Championship matchup. And then this one we had Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez defending their Tag Team Championships against Matt Morgan and Joey Ryan. Now with this one, I wasn't really that much into it, I gotta be honest. And this one was actually an okay match. Now with this, since Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez ended up getting the win and retaining the TNA Tag Team Championships, maybe we'll see this feud actually end and probably maybe get to see probably one or two more matches and then have it end and maybe see who's going to be able to step up to the plate for the TNA Tag Team Championships. I think that would be really cool since we could use more people to actually go against Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez besides Matt Morgan and Joey Ryan. But as far as the match is concerned, I thought it was okay, and I actually did not mind with this one with Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez. Next, getting into the next match, which was actually a filler match, and this one was actually pretty good. And we had Samoa Joe taking on Mr. Anderson, and with this one we had a distraction from the outside with one of the Aces and Eights members, and that's right, we had Mike Knox. Not really doing too much, but he was just there for a distraction with Samoa Joe. And I actually thought Samoa Joe was going to get the win, but that wasn't the case. And Mr. Anderson ended up getting the win with the mic check, so that's what we had up there. And I guess you can say this will be their official win for the Aces and Eights as of right now for TNA Genesis as it was on the air. And with that, that match for a filler match was actually pretty good. Now getting into the next match here where we had the X Division Championship tournament match, and this was the final match to see who would face Robin then right afterwards. And this was actually a good match between Christian York and as well Kenny King. These two really working well with each other, and it was a good back and forth battle. And in the end, we had Christian York, which I thought Kenny King was going to get the win, but that wasn't the case, and Christian York does get his win and defeat Kenny King, even though Kenny King was able to get the last laugh there and be able to attack him with the post-match beatdown. And then you had that there. So after that, it was Christian York and Rob Van Dam for the X Division Championship. And this one, I actually would not mind seeing this again, as I stated this on Twitter. And I thought this was actually not that bad of a match, and it was pretty good to okay. And even though Christian York even wrestled in the match twice in one night, ended up being not too bad and was enjoyable. And in the end, Rob Van Dam was able to get the win and defeat Christian York, and with the 5-star frog splash. So maybe we might get to see a rematch out of these two, probably on Impact or something like that, and maybe later on sometime, maybe in 2013, or probably even earlier, since Christian York is probably going to get his X Division Championship match, or most likely a rematch, and we'll see what happens with there. And since I'm starting to like Christian York a lot more, and I think he's actually a good wrestler, so we'll see where that goes when it comes to him, and as well for the X Division Championship. Then we move on to where we had Devon defeating Joseph Parks, and where I thought Joseph Parks was going to get the win after the training that he's been through with OVW, and looking to try and have his inner abyss, if you will, trying to get the win. And Joseph Parks actually did not get the win, like I stated, and surprisingly Devon was able to get the win for the Aces and Eights. And I wasn't really expecting a whole lot out of this match, but didn't really care all that much about it, even though in this match I was pulling for Joseph Parks throughout the match, where I had it really didn't matter who kind of got the win there, even though I would have preferred the Aces and Eights to win, and they did for the second time in the night. So I guess that was kind of cool there, and nothing really to talk about when it comes to that one. So we'll see what happens when it comes to more of Joseph Parks and what's going to be happening with him. So that's going to be interesting there. Then we get into the Knockouts Championship Gauntlet match, #1 contenders match, and to see who will face Tara, I guess probably for either the next pay-per-view or probably for a TNA Impact. And with this one, this is actually a good match, and this is where TNA actually started picking up here. And even though Mickie James did not win and Gail Kim was mainly dominating throughout the entire match, which kind of pissed me off, but can't really do much there. And in the end, Velvet Sky looking to get the win, of course, and probably hopefully get another win and face Tara, since she is looking to have her year with her coming back and having it be the year of Velvet Sky for 2013. So can't really go wrong with that. Really love Velvet Sky, and I do appreciate that with her winning there, so can't really go wrong or against that either. Then the next match, which was turned into a number one contenders match, so we had two number one contenders matches in one night for TNA Genesis. And with this one, we will see who will face the World Heavyweight Champion right before the Royal Rumble that week. So it would be for the TNA Impact for the live episode, I think for the 25th, I think, not the 27th. Something like that around there. So the week of the 27th, that's when that match will take place, and we got Christopher Daniels defeating James Storm, which I actually did not mind with this outcome with the win. I thought it was, time for have Christopher Daniels, who really has never won the TNA World title. I don't think so anyway, at least for me on where I stand on this. So you guys can probably correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it would be really cool to have Christopher Daniels maybe get the win and eventually win the TNA World title. And hopefully James Storm will get his win too, and I've been definitely pulling for him at his time when he was trying to get the TNA World title, but he never really gotten his chance. So hopefully that time will still happen for him. I would love to see that too, but this was a great match and I really enjoyed it. So we did have Christopher Daniels overall winning it there. Then after that, we had the match where we had Sting defeating the Doc. Really nothing really too much happening all in this match. Basically, Sting getting his revenge with the Scorpion Death Drop for the win, and having the Aces and Eights looking to come back and have the last lap, but Bully Ray was able to come out and help Sting here, and as well, maybe we'll probably get like a tag team match between Bully Ray and Sting and the Aces and Eights, and Bully Ray was able to promote his wedding that would be happening on the upcoming Impact. And that would be coming for this upcoming week. So I guess that would be kind of cool, not really that much into the actual wedding, but we'll see where that goes. So most likely we'll see. Probably will be watching that. And then we get into the main event, triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship, where we had Jeff Hardy, Bobby Roode, and Austin Aries. Great match, and I really enjoyed it. We had a lot of quick fast-paced type of match, type of style, and it was really fast-paced and everything, and it wasn't that quick, with the match and everything, but with the quick, fast-paced back and forth action, it made it for a really great match, a lot of great spots, like I mentioned, and it made it for something that was really enjoyable, and so far, one of my favorite matches throughout this year for TNA-wise anyway, so we'll see what's going to be happening with the outcome. Now we got Jeff Hardy winning it there, and now he's going to be looking to face Christopher Daniels, so that should be a really fun match, and can't really go wrong with that whatsoever. So not really too sure if there will maybe be some sort of fatal four-way type of thing going on with Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, and maybe have like Christopher Daniels get into the mix now. So a lot can really happen going in for the World Heavyweight Championship picture. So that's what makes it really interesting there, and I really enjoyed it for the most part. So really the second half of TNA, I really enjoyed more than the first half. I wasn't really that into it, I gotta be honest. So that's where I gotta end things off there for TNA Genesis, and that's basically it when it comes to that. So overall, it wasn't that bad of a show, and I thought it was pretty enjoyable, pretty good too, actually, a good show. That's how I see as it, for it right now, and yeah, that's how I feel about it overall. And for the next video, of course, I will be back for the Royal Rumble with my pay-per-view predictions, and as well for my preview. Probably won't be doing the video on the Raw 20th anniversary special, so that's going to be really awesome for Raw. Going to be definitely watching that and tweeting with you guys on Twitter, so go follow me on Twitter at DavidRivera1989. And yeah, so that about does it for TNA Genesis 2013. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. How did you feel about the pay-per-view? What you liked, what you didn't like, and all that good stuff. And until then, I'll see you guys for the Royal Rumble predictions. See you guys. Peace.